Hey everyone, so in this video I'm gonna give an overview of how I made this bag for my scene. I'm gonna give an overview of how I modeled it, did the shading, and also did the rig. Just in case anyone's wondering how I made this, I'm still new to Blender, still working out use this, but this was my approach. Obviously not as a approach, because I was trying to figure this out myself. Much help from much outside help, I guess to say. But yeah, so to get started, I guess I can show edit mode what the vertices look like this. And basically this is actually a few parts, it's not just one. Well, this is one part, the bottom base of it, and the lid is also one part, and then you have the strap, which is also another part. And so first I started out with this bottom part here, and then it was basically a cube. Started out with a cube and then made basically a rectangular shape. And the first thing I did was made the sides here to make this part round. So in order to do this, let me just get the cube out. So it's basically a bevel. This. And then this part, see here, this curve here is like here. Alright. Undo that, and then there's also indented parts on the back, so it's like this part is indented in, also this part indented in. To achieve that, I use the inset the face. So you select this face and inset it. You extrude it in, and that's basically gives you that indent. For this part, then this part is just extruded out with some vertices here, and this part was just it's a straight line, but I just grabbed each vertex and moved it up. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's how I did it. And the other thing that I had to be aware of was I had to manually put in vertices and edges to separate the materials. So because this is colored by material and not texture, so I had to specifically model in where the lines are so I can separate it. Normally you don't need this line, but I wanted to separate these two colors, so put this line here. Same thing for here, and same thing for here. Okay. And then this part here, the belt buckle part here is it's basically just extruding. making the vertices here and extruding this out and just making a bevel. So this part is smoothing it out. That's basically it for this. And then not complicated, which is why I'm able to do it, even though I didn't know the first time making something like this. Okay. That's it for that one. We did this. Alright, so now on to this part here. This part I did in kind of a different way. I used a curve. So basically different parts. So I used a curve. I have the add-on extra curve add-on. Here it is, add curve extra object. Not by default by Blender, so you just have to turn it on. So I have this curve here. I use this to make this first a. So you just hit it. Let's see exactly. Rotate on it. No. The medium point, that's why. Individual. Is that why? Oh, I'm in edit mode, that's why. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we have this, right? So this is basically the start of this. Right, and then I just kind of took this and moved it to where I needed it and extruded as long as one. I kind of extruded it as much as I needed. Alright, so but then I played with way around with the settings. Resolution, roll it down. We basically extruded it. I made this, extruded it out here. So I had the length I needed. And then put some depth in it. That can do it and then build. Okay, here, right? It's feel like this, so we're not in revision. We need them to be that high, probably. So I think it was like this. It's something like this. And that's basically it. So once I had that, I just converted into a mesh. Once you convert it to mesh, then you have these vertices to work with. Then once you have these vertices to work with, you can go to this and add in. So that part is just basically this. So I add a loop cut here and here in order to make these two straps. And this is basically just extruded out. And then here also is extruded out. And that's basically it. The other thing is this, of how I made the holes for these straps. So how I did this one, I had another object, and I used a boolean cylinder. Here, right? I put it here, right? And then see the modifier. Here it is. It was cylinder. Now we have this. It's now it's like this. Yeah, and then you just have to apply the modifier. And like that. Yes, I did that for all these holes. And then just kind of connected the vertices. Just to make it more uniform. But this is the part where I had trouble with, because this couldn't, I didn't know how to make it. I think there's something's still wrong with this. As you see, the vertices are kind of out of whack here. I spent quite some time trying to fix this, but I couldn't get it right. So I just left it for now. I'll try to figure this out whenever I have that chance later on. Because it does mess up with the shading, because you see there's like unwanted lines here. But you couldn't really see it in the scene because it was far away, so I left it. I think that's it for this lid. And then the strap here is, I made the same way. Lid. Made a curve all the way, extruding, and turning it back, turning it into mesh. And I kind of just positioned everything here to make it look like it's connected. And that's pretty much it. Kind of basic overview of what I did to model it. Not really that bad, since this is, I'm learning how to do this. Okay, there's that, and then the and the shading is also very simple. Shading tab. materials. I have separated out a whole bunch of materials for each section of the bag. Like this part is assigned the vertices, each one. And it's just a diffuse, a RGB, a color ramp, and then another color ramp for the color. This one is just to, right? This is just to control the, just to make a shadow. See how it is. Right here too, you can see it a little better. Here. I kept it to here. And basically all the other are the same. But the color up here is different. It's got two different colors. And I have an outline. Outline. The outline material, which this is just, it makes this here, so it doesn't go flat. And that's just the, this is the, I think it's called the inverted hole method, where you put solidifying fire, then you set that material offset to this material, and you flip the normal. And then I chose black as the color of. Okay, that's basically shading. Not much to say here. It's just material shading. Things are just the colors are different. Yeah. Okay. Let me put the rig on. So here's the rig. Here's the rig. Armature. Go to edit mode. Put the names. You don't need. I didn't rename any of the bones except for the root one. This is the root bone. I only have one bone for the bottom because the bottom part of the bag doesn't move. And then I made these for the bag lid cover. And then I made these for the strap. I'm gonna pose. Oops. Oh, still has the animation built onto it. Let me reset all this. Go. Alright, here we have this. This holds everything. This is also just the bottom part. This is the half the bag. I didn't know how to make it one continuous chain of bones, so I had to split it. And in order to move it, I had to move both of them. And these are all, put an IK constraint on them. I didn't want to really move each one by itself. And then for here, this I can rotate and then move up and back in. Is here, which we didn't need, but do this. And here the handle. Need to move that. I'll show you the weight paint of it. This is not perfect because this is for some reason the weight painting. I couldn't get perfect the weight painting. I guess I could show you how. Weight painting is not exactly. I guess if I move this, not exactly. It's not perfect. Like some reason half of it is not going. Some of it's not going along with it. For purpose, all I needed to do was for the scene at least. I just needed to open this way, and then that was okay. Weight painting. Yeah, so this is this. So I had to go and manually paint each one of these. I didn't use automatic paints, weights. Not too bad. Basically just put a red in wherever the bone area is. Same thing for here. This was here. Obviously this bone is this the red for the bottom part. The bottom part doesn't move. Right. That's basically it for this. And yeah, I think that's basically covers kind of gives like a brief overview of everything. I made this and rigged it. Alright, I think that's it for this video at least. I'm gonna be going over the other stuff too in the scene. So until next time. And then also if anybody watching this has any advice on how to make this better, please let me know. Alright, thanks.